Hey, it's Tara, and it's time for a very relaxed Sunday reads on Saturday. I will be uploading this on Sunday, but I'm filming it on Saturday because my friend is coming and I'll be meeting her at the station in 3 hours, 2 hours. So I'm assuming I won't have any time to film after that, so I'm gonna, do my thing. And yeah, I'm very excited. So anyways, in the last 2 weeks I have read one book. I read N.K. Jemisin's The Killing Moon, and I did it as a buddy read with Paul from Common Touch of Fantasy, and it was good. What I loved about it was the world building and the mythology that it drew from. It was based off of some Egyptian and other African mythologies and sort of melded into one. It is a fantasy world, so it's not historical fiction or anything like that, and it does feature a mostly dark-skinned cast, which I thought was really interesting, especially since it did have a little bit of commentary on some lighter-skinned servants and the relationships that are between them. Specifically, one of the main characters, Sunandi, and her sister servant, Lynn. They were both adopted by the same man, and I guess trained up as spies. So anyways, this story is about two men, Ehiro and his apprentice, Nidiji, and they are gatherers, so they can harvest people's souls. They call it dream blood, and basically they help them move from this life to the next life, sort of like a dream heaven, and the end result is that the people die. But in their land it is a holy and respected way to go, and people take out commissions on family members who they think need to be helped to the next life because they're in pain or various reasons, and they end up uncovering this plot that indicates corruption in their order. So it's basically following their journey on trying to figure out what's going on and how to get rid of the corruption, and also Ahiro's fight to not become what they call a reaper, which is when a gatherer sort of goes dream blood hungry and can no longer control himself. So it had a really interesting plot, and it had a lot of twists and turns, but I felt like up until the maybe like 70% I was pretty on board with it, and then it just sort of got really strange and too neat, and the ending was just really neatly wrapped up, and I ended up not enjoying that as much. So I probably won't move on to the next in the series, although if I do get a chance to buddy read that with Paul after I go back to the States, great, or he says he is definitely going to read it, so if he likes it. We generally have the same taste, so that's a good indicator. Anyways, that was what I read. What I'm reading now is an informal, what is it called? Only Yesterday, an informal history of the 1920s by somebody Lewis. It was written in 1940, and it's an account of the 1920s, and I am learning a lot. I'm really enjoying it. It's definitely teaching me things I never learned in school, so I am becoming more familiar with that part of history, American history, so we'll see what happens there. Anyways, I hope you guys are having an awesome week and that you've had an awesome weekend. I will probably take a long time to catch up on videos this week, so if you see really late replies, as is normal, that would be me. And yeah, I guess tell me what's going on. I get comments easier, obviously, so I would like to hear what's going on with you. Other than that, I think that's it. Have an awesome time. Until next time.